talking and we're on the Gunner broadcast, I try and keep things just a little bit less technical so that folks can connect and get some idea as to what's going on, some of the cool things that we're doing. Yes, we're back, we're over here, and we're going to be talking and having a good time with some of the great stuff. Talking to the folks from Gunner. I've got two StreamYards working and OBS. It's crazy over here. I'm going to get music playing in the background because we turned off music. And we're going to turn back Charlie back up here and deal with his nonsense. Da, 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 da. I have, yes, our map, our nonsense that you see happening here live on stream. Terrific. Hey, Jack Shepard, did we all make it back? I think so. It sounds like it. So let me take a look around the horn. I got to get my YouTube view running again. And I have, there we go. Now I can see what's going on over here. Yeah, we're doing all right now. All right. So, pop that out. I'm running StreamYard. I'm running OBS. And I've got to keep an eye on Twitch. There we go. Now we're off and running. That was the previous stream that we did. I'll leave it right there. That's fine for now. The map is filling out nicely here. We've done a ton with our map. And it didn't reset in between streams. That's okay. We'll work on that for another time. But we've got 53 folks on the map from our stream with Gap Velocity AI over there. If I reset this, I think it was right location new stream. I think so. This will clear out, and we'll end up with a new set of pins that we'll have for our visit with our friends with Gunner. That'll clear out and update. As we get new content coming in, as we get some new folks. Once in Ben Camp, you were really tired? Oh. So I'm in Philly, and we'll drop my first pin on the map. There we go. And Svalbard, Norway? Sure. Here they come. Filling out some of those. How you doing there, Farmajal? Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us here. You made the map this time. Where are you at, Jack? Yeah, look. See, Thindal goes and puts a pin way up top there. So we'll let that fill. How do you reset? Exclamation point location, space set. There you go. You want to try a thing? No, you don't. You're just going to be difficult here, aren't you? Let me put the Gunner logo back on there. So we've been tinkering with and working on this map and trying to do some more fun stuff with that. And it's been, my audio's choppy. I might have the other StreamYard. Taking some of that. Yeah, I need to disconnect from the other StreamYard with our friends over there. Yeah. I've got to get out of that one. Phil with the resub. All right. I think audio is better. So yeah, I had two StreamYards running and more nonsense, and OBS and all the things. So I think we're in a better place now. So, okay. And And we're filling out a new map for today for our group here with our friends from Gunnar. So there's Chuck in Puka Puka. There's Rossum in Colorado. Johan's over there, and I'm over here in Philly. Welcome. You could wreak havoc. So here's the thing, Jack. The map only places where you say you're watching from. So you can say as accurately or as inaccurately as you'd like our friend Chuck Beasley over here, exactly where you'd like to say you're watching from. So Tomas is trying to get a pin there in Poland. And right. Fiji's okay. How you doing, Illusiony? Hello. It's sure giving you a hard time there, Tomas. We had an issue earlier with YouTube connections. And I'm seeing that again from my chatbot. Let me see if I can try and force that to connect again here. Give me 1 second. Where did we go? It is. Let me just recycle that. It smells like it's right. Coding smells like something just didn't connect properly. I have a dashboard that I keep locally that will show me what's going on with the channel. And I can see, there we go. Now we're connected. Now we've got folks coming. So Jack and Tomas, go ahead and try those locations one more time, and they should appear on the map. So there's Mexico City. Oh, actually, never mind. It's going to load it from the cache there. There we go. There we go. Now they're appearing, and Charlie's bot text is up there waiting to try and say something. And Surly Dev shared a clip. That was earlier. He did that earlier, friend. So okay, let's get in now that it's been a little bit bumpy. Nice. I see what you did there, Marcus. All right. So, no, you have to type the location, the username. There you go. Yeah, it's not going to do. It's not going to do precise coordinates like that. So, very cool. All right, so we've got our fun and games with the map happening here. And I need to make sure I've got. There we go. So I can see all the things that are going on. Terrific. So I've been working on trying to get this map isolated and enabled so that we can do a little bit more with it for folks in the public. Anybody that wants to sign up and use this map widget for their own channel and whatnot. See, look at Thindall, you're trying real hard here to move that. Yeah, no. There you go. How you doing there, Magnus? Dropping a pin for us in Sweden. There we go. Yeah. And we earlier today we finished adding a series. Not that. We finished adding a series of little games to the map. So there's a little game controller down here. You can click that. And once again, this is on map.csharpfritz.com. And you can see a couple of little mini games that have popped up here. The most isolated person, so the person with the pin that is furthest away from everyone else. Chuck Beasley has that right now, way out here in the middle of the Pacific. So Chuck's trying to set a record for that. Our densest region right now looks like it's going to be Poland for right now. Very cool. The furthest person for me is Illusiony, way over here in Fiji. And Illusiony is also the closest to all the way around on the other side of the United States. We've got 4 of 7 continents represented right now. And we're going to slowly grow some of these features here. Not on today's stream, but we're slowly adding capabilities. We did not get Stanton, Kentucky to come through just yet. I'll just take a quick peek. Let me see. You are... Yeah, we should have gotten that. Why did it... That's not Kentucky. That's somewhere else. So it placed you somewhere here in the middle of the states. So this is one of the challenges with releasing this into the public is how do we let folks update locations a little bit better there. So I'll move that across to Kentucky. There we go. The Belgians are not that dense. No, they're not. No. We love our Belgian friends. So there we go. No, nobody in Belgium today. So, and what did you do up here? Twillingate? Napalm dropping a pin for us in Pittsburgh. There we go. Back on the map in Pittsburgh. The Penguins things. Man. I'm going to let some of that screen fill in there while I grab my... where'd they go? I had my Echo glasses all ready to go here. We'll get them on. M Rocks Forever in Ghent. There we go. Right? Are we trying to? Yep. New territory, Belgium, loading on there. Still have a lot of Americans online. You were trying to hit the line? Sorry. That green line that leads into our ARG is something that we definitely... It's going to be around on this map for a while. And I think there's going to come a point where folks get tired of seeing that green line. We'll see. Far east of Newfoundland would have been closer. Okay. So I've been working on trying to get the map consumable by the greater internet. And I have a version of it that I've been building out here. Here it is. And I had it at the end of our earlier stream today. I had to go through and try and set up and provision and make some of these services a little bit easier for folks to join in and sign up for. Because right now it's a pain in the neck. So the first time when I log on to Twitch for the first time, you'll get a tenant auto created and land on the dashboard with a go live button instead of a 5-minute timer. So let me show you what this looks like. And you had a productive day, crossed a lot of stuff off the list. Awesome. Jack's signing in here from Switzerland. Did we get... I think I might already have you from somewhere else, Jack. No, I don't. Let me see. I don't have it even attempting to find that one. But I do have the YouTube viewers connected and listening. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, teaching mode, and I just disabled it. So we should get all of the typical nonsense coming through here. Yes, there it is. And I need to re-enable the voice. There we go. Yeah, that's him. You should probably stick to eating cake instead of writing code. That's rude. So rude. You were trying to use Squad from an airport lounge and it was a bit stressful because you had to leave after a bit. I've run into that also, Thindall. When you're working with an AI tool and you're going to move into a location that is disconnected, what do we do? I think we're on a global cooldown before that Negan quote will come through. Try it one more time and it'll pop. It should pop this time. Because I do see... when in doubt, just add more duct tape. Yeah. Yeah. If I try like the Emperor, I'm not getting some of those quotes. I think we're... Right? Yeah, the viewer map. Absolutely. Yep. If you share your location, it will... it will place a pin on the map for you. See, why I've completely lost the bot text. Oh no. Yeah. Buffering indeed. Yes. That's right. So you can find the viewer map if you'd like to share your location as accurately or as inaccurately as you'd like. There in chat, just drop a comment, have a stroke, and it will place a pin on the map for you. Yeah, see, and Marcus is trying to be extremely it needs to know that it's a location that you're referencing and that we're going to place that. See, look, it got confused. And getting is evidently a real place. Really? I'm going to yank that one from Phil. But have a stroke? Yeah, I don't have one from you yet. So say something like, good evening, hello from, and your location, and it will plot it. Yeah, there you go. Right? Right? Oh, interesting. And it looked with AI. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, I've got some resiliency things that I need to look at that it's working through. So well, here's the thing. I make it purposefully a little bit inaccurate. I only round to 2 decimal places so that it's close enough, you know, and that's a little bit of privacy adjustment thing, just to make sure that nobody's like, hey, you went and marked my location and told the whole world where I'm at. All right, I've got family now chiming in. Doncaster, yes, there you go. So, And of course, right, there are the little mini games that folks in different locations. So Chuck is still our most isolated person out there. 4 of 7 continents. No, you can say LMAO. That's okay. So yeah, no self-doxing. Exactly. Right. So I don't want anybody coming back and saying, "Oh, you didn't blah blah blah." Well, I didn't place it anywhere near where you really are. So, and I placed it where you said you were, and you told the whole internet where you were. So, like Napalm and I have said, "Hey, we're in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia." We're not actually in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, you know. It so I only allow moderators to move pins. For the public version of this site, we're going to enable it so that streamers can decide whether folks are allowed to move themselves. Here's the thing. We've had people draw pictures on the map by moving pins. One of my moderators decided to draw a smiley face on the Iberian Peninsula by moving pins around Spain and Portugal. Like, that's a thing. So, hey, how you doing there? Chris Funk and Walter are back. Churchill Downs, nice. And Knoxville, Tennessee, that's where I was last week, hanging out in Tennessee. Man, let me tell you something. I go to Knoxville, and I got to go to Calhoun's. Calhoun's is like it is a bar's bar with sports going on, with really great barbecue right on the river. It is such a fun place to have dinner, to hang out with friends. And Walter, here's what a fan I am. I bought a bottle of barbecue sauce at the restaurant and brought it home. Like, that's a thing. Yes, we should not underestimate the creativity of chat. Oh no. They're going to be mighty creative. Thindall's already trying to draw pictures over there. So, Thindall with a question for chat. Let's see if we can answer that here real quick. How the heck can a flight there and back again, 26 hours each way, cost less than $1,000? That's not okay in a too cheap way. I kind of agree with you. If I have to fly to 26 hours, that's like flying to Australia for me. And that's many thousands of dollars. Many thousands of dollars. So, yeah, how does that work? Facts. When people were doing ASCII art style things on GitHub activity heat maps, yes, they were. But you can find the map, and the map is also the entryway to our ARG, right? To our augmented reality game that's going on here live on stream and is evolving. I'll show the entrance to that one time on this stream. Then we're going to move on and talk about building a new version of this. Sweden to Hawaii in economy with 2 layovers. That's impressive. So there's an augmented reality game. There's a story that's going on in a not augmented, alternate reality game. There's a story that's going on that plays into some things that have been happening here on stream. And you see the green line there. It's very faint. It's hard to see on the blue background. And the green line starts in Cardiff, Wales. There's a reason it starts in Cardiff, Wales. If you click on it, it turns bold, and a blue line shows up and follows the pointer. If you draw a complete line across there, a terminal opens. You can see me do some of this on my TikTok, on my YouTube Shorts, on my Instagram, and what is this? Why? Because no one else asked. take a look. It's out there for you to explore. This is a doorway into an alternate reality. There's a story that's building behind this. There are achievements to be found. There are puzzles to solve. There are codes and things for you to explore. There's a maximize button up here, so you can pop this out into another browser window and bookmark it and come back to it. It will join you into our Discord, and there are things for you to discover. Check it out. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of a journey. It's a ton of fun. Thank you, Rossum. Rossum, little known fact, is right now our high achievement awardee, finder, locator, scavenger. Yes, Rossum is at the top of the table right now. There is new content that is released every month and every Monday. Fantastic. So there's a link there to copy the code. There's also a link there to the Discord. Go ahead and join in, and away you go. Twitch Dog has a very insightful comment here. In theory, underpriced flights are just to put butts in seats that would otherwise be empty and result in greater loss. Some airlines just can't cancel the flight because of dependencies on connections, layovers, and whatnot. Yeah, similar reason why shops discount food. Right. So if there's not as much demand for those flight legs and you happen to find them, you're going to do well there. So there you go. I see your redemption. Fantastic. Welcome in. So have a stroke. Sounds like you found a journal page as well with that code. And there's more coming and to be discovered and along the way with that. So it's something that is growing. There's new content coming every week. So there's it. You can see there some of our friends have found as many as 13 achievements. Rossum has found 13 achievements, and there's 2 websites that are out there. Yeah. So take a look, explore around. There's things to see and learn. It's an alternate reality game that is telling a story of someone. You're going to have a go at it? You're more than welcome. What? You got an attitude, Charlie. Charlie, my chat bot here. I see what you're doing. So, take a look. There's lots more growing and happening with it, and I think you're going to have a good time. Okay. All right. So that map that you see, it has some things that have been added in that are custom and that are appropriate for me and the alternate reality game that I've been building. But I also want to make this map in a way that any streamer can join in and use it for their stream and interact and use it with their viewers. The bit that we added this morning with these mini games for the most isolated folks, the densest region, the furthest from me, and so on and so forth. I think this can become a thing that'll be interesting for folks to use in other streams as well. So I think this is a secondary feature. We've got other things to plan and go through first. An earlier version of this map had a tour capability where it would pivot and tour and zoom in on various locations that folks had on our map. I think we can do some of that. I would love to be able to. Oh, here comes Surly Dev. Placing a pin right there in Greenland. How you doing, my friend? The chaos with the map is about to start. Um, so what I'd like to be able to do is start to enable more folks to use this, but simplified and customizable for their different needs as this um, as this service grows and advances. So I restarted the app down here. Let's see what we got. Let me pop that out and we'll take a look. So in right now it's wired up to just one channel. Our friends at Gunnar, if you're out there watching on the website, if you're watching on Instagram, you're watching on all the different places, we want to be able to hook up to those places also so that viewers that are watching there, when they comment, they can get their locations as accurately or as inaccurately as they'd like shared out onto the map. So if I go to our front end map here that we've been slowly building, first off, I'm not a fan of the colors. We'll get that cleared up in a bit here. It's recognized that I'm live, so I'd like that to control click to open a new tab. So here's the deal. This is a different map. This is the one that I'm testing and running locally. You can put yourself on this map using that exclamation point map space your location. And you can help me test this version of the map where I just have pins that show the current viewer. So, and this only works with Twitch right now. We'll get YouTube into the mix in a little bit here. But the goal is to be able to have multiple channels and things funneling to this. No, not somewhere. Not nowhere. What are you doing to me, friends? Come on. Really? Like, you give chat a toy. There we go. Let's see how that works. It's using a lot of the same technologies, so we should see. These worry me. Conflict. I don't like that. So let me take a look over here. Looks like it should be listening in the channel. Yeah, start listening. That's why. So I don't have this service connected reliably. Rats. Yeah, I know. Like, I've got to iron this part out so that it actually saves that token. Right? So, oh no. Now go ahead and try those exclamation point map commands. Now that I have everything authenticated all the way through. Say bot is authorized. It is live. I'm already live. This shouldn't. Right? Like. When I am live, we shouldn't have a go live button. So, oh, it says it pinned some. There we go. There we go. Oh, no. Love trying to break the CSS for me. Thanks. But we got you in New Zealand down there. Yeah. All right. So we're getting somewhere. I need to have it save the authentication tokens. Oh, all right, all right. Look at this. Is it Magdeburg? There we go. There we go. All right. How you doing, Mario? Ah, right. It looks like Charlie's trying to say something, but is giving up the ghost. I haven't. I haven't gotten that far on this one. Auto connect show bot is listening. Bot is listening. That's my daughter. There we go. So for this one, yeah, let's set a configurable option for streamers. Are viewers of their stream allowed to update their PIN during their stream? By default, everyone can always update their PIN. So, okay, we're good. Is this fully built with Claude? Claude? Claude. Copilot, CLI. So this is GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot gives me access to a whole bunch of different models, not just the OpenAI models and Codex, but I can also use Claude. Gemini's in the mix there also that I can use. So there's a bunch of stuff there that we can dial in. Small focus change, dedupe logic is the key. It needs to check the tenant's setting. Let me also check the streamer endpoints for where settings are managed. Fantastic. Yeah, there we go. So it's going to create on the tenant, allow pin updates. It's going to skip dedupe on that. And we're adding a patch API. And we're going to add a toggle on the UI. Terrific. Let it fly. Not updated to Opus 4.7. I didn't see 4.7, right? Let's try update. There you go. Add support for 4.7. Model 4.7. At a 7.5 multiplier. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, let's exit that one. Thank you. Back over to this, John. Yeah, right? That's a lot. But that's okay. Because I have the keys. I got the keys. Adding pin update toggle. Don't mind if I do. The GPT models. So I've been asked to take a look and try using them a little bit. I haven't used them in a while because I do like the discussion that I get from the Claude models. See, Claude. And I am using the Squad agent. Oh, Squad agent. That's right. I have unlimited tokens. I can do what I want. I got all the thingses. So, let me see here. we go. Adding JavaScript for the toggle. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. DM you an API key. Oh, yeah, I'll get right on that. I do. I'm not just sponsored by GitHub. I'm a member. Yeah, I'm an employee. So I have access to all the GitHubs, all the Microsofts. Yeah. Which is fine, because part of what we do here is kind of showing and answering and digging into some of the more interesting, obscure things that we could be doing together. You had 4 CLI goings and you're still at 70% of the tokens left. Juan, have I got ways for you to use them? Here's the deal. Can you hurry up and finish here, friend? Like, let's go. We want to try the 4.7, John. Makes sense why you're so much. So Claude only does the Anthropic models, right? And they've got different constraints and limitations. We don't have those on Copilot. Snapping your fingers at Skynet. Yeah. Let's go, Skynet. Come on. Now you've got me. I am. Hang on. I forget what personalities Charlie has for the quotes. Like, stand by. Like, where'd that list of personalities go? Gladys, my mom. Thanos. Hannibal Lecter, I forgot about that one. Negan, yeah, we love Negan. Jigsaw is in there. The Emperor from Star Wars. Agent Smith. Morpheus. Jarvis. Marvin the Paranoid Android. C-3PO. Wheatley from Portal. The Doctor. Rocky's boxing coach, Mickey. Hal. Joshua from War Games. Yeah, those are the ones we've got. Yeah, there's something. Do you now? Let me stop this one and we'll get. I'm not writing the code right now. It's mostly AI writing the code. I'm just kind of vibe coding along here, and we're going to dive in and interact with this a little bit. So, what do I do? Legend Rose over there on the Gunnar YouTube. Charlie Chaplin. What? No. So I help write training material. I help write tutorials. I host live streams like this one. I plan events to help teach folks a little bit more about software, about technology, and yeah, that's the long and short of it. So thank you for the question. Sorry it took me a little bit to get to your question over there. Legend Rose, welcome. I do a bunch of training. So we are going to do a full day training coming up on May 15th. Friday, May 15th, we're going to do a full day of training. And it should be a really good day where we're going to teach getting started with Blazor, with a tool called Aspire. And we're going to add some AI into our application along the way. So, yeah, I think I need to run an update on this first. Can I do that here first? Maybe. Do I need to exit? And yeah, I want to Copilot resume that, John. There we go. I keep you company while you try to code it. Fantastic. I'm glad I could be there for you. So, loading the environment, great. While you're doing that, I'm going to change models, and I'm going to go to the Opus 4.7, John. So, let me restart the map. So I've actually, 2-3 weeks ago we did the I read the Time Machine, the Jules Verne classic, right? Jules Verne. Yeah, let's run the 7.5. Why not? I'm feeling lucky. Model change to the Claude Opus 4.7, and I'm going to put this into autopilot mode so it just does whatever it wants. So, okay. Streamer dashboard, boom. Settings, allow pin updates. True. All right. Have a stroke. Anybody out there that already dropped a pin on this map, go ahead and change your location with the exclamation point map location. And it should move for you now. So it's updating and showing all the ones that it placed before. Oh, you know what? Pardon me while I hang my head in shame. Hang on. I forgot to authenticate the bot first. Yeah, and the chat listener is listening. Now try it. My bad. That's on me. I forgot to configure things right. So there we go. Move to Hayton Knots. San Carlos Airport. Okay. Doncaster. There we go. Right. SQL injection. Where did you? Oh, I see what you tried to do there. Yeah. Yeah. Mario went to Berlin, but I don't see Berlin. So where's Homer? Oh, that's where. Okay. Did it map Kent? No. No. It says Marcus was pinned. There's Nairobi. Okay. No. It says it pinned you in Denmark, but Now, why did that take so long to pop up there? Hey, neural net nemesis, hello. There we go. Oh, Marcus, I don't think it picks that one up. Oh, but it didn't give me the notification. I'm wondering if I'm getting into a lock scenario. Yeah, I think I'm getting into a locking scenario. I think I'm running into a locking scenario. Colon. When multiple folks share their location, it looks like there's write rewrite issues with updating that blob on disk. Period. We might want to queue those up or somehow set them up so that we update that blob in a thread safe manner. Did I have to install Streamlabs? Streamlabs? No, there's no Streamlabs here. And of course, the other map that's actually picking up the mentions that folks write into chat. Yeah, that's a 7.5 that we're using now. McNett's chiming in from Barcelona. There we go. And this is the one that we're trying to build out a little bit here today. So exclamation point map. We'll place a pin on this one. Let's take a look at what our new Opus 4.7 is going to look at here. Only wraps the final upload, but upsert, remove, sync, clear, all do read, modify, write outside the lock. Yeah. 2 concurrent map commands both read the same pin list. Each adds last writer wins. So, yeah. Get that fixed. Split into a private save, stream, data, unsave. And then I guess it's doing locks around it. Is it through GitHub Copilot? Yes. This is Copilot CLI. Don't. Charlie is off the hook today, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Charlie the chatbot. I like that from Legend Rose. Right. Wife says, "Do you even listen to me?" And the husband says, "Well, that's a weird way to start a conversation." Oh, that's wrong. I get it. I totally get it. 26 years married. I get it. Ooh. How do you play? How do you play what? How do you play my game? Oh. So, you put a pin at Bucky's? Hang on. Give me 1 second here. Let me restart. So we're on full on change and move your pins on the map as much as you'd like. Here we go. So if I refresh, it put you in the middle of Colorado. Is there a Buc-ee's there? Trying to go to Null Island. Let's see if it picks it up. Oh, wait. Hang on. Hang on. It's not going to start listening because I don't have the... I restarted. It's not saving the bot credentials between restarts. So I need to have it start saving that. Yes, I know. See? And it's already listening. Now go ahead and try it again. There's Cardiff. Hello. And we should get New York popping up there. Oh, what's... See, it looks like Charlie wants to talk and then kind of gets... Yeah, it plotted New York. It didn't make the announcement. It didn't announce any of those. I don't think that's where you meant to go. But it's now not making any announcements. Yeah. It sure looks like we fixed the right thread safe issue. However, we're not getting any announcements in the browser when new locations are pinned and should be showing up on the map. So, also, I want to start saving off the credentials for the chatbot on the All Up website, period. Let's fan out the squad to work on these few issues at the same time. So let's set up the squad. We're going to get multiple agents working on this at the same time. Compact the conversation history. Sure, don't mind if I do. If you're watching on the Gunnar channels, welcome in. Hello, my name's Jeff. We're building and tinkering with a map that folks in chat can use to share a little bit of their information. This is my current map that runs out in public, but we're setting up a new map that anybody's going to be able to use and sign up for. Who's this? Marcus. There you go. But looks like we have a little bit of cleanup to do in there on this, and we're doing a technique here called vibe coding, where we're just dictating things that we want the AI to build for us and rounding those out. Does it use work trees to fan out the work? It does. That's right. Is it Pexipitona? Oh, I'm not going to be able to read that one. Reminds you of the movie scene 22 Jump Street. My name is Jeff. I have that quote. I thought I had that quote. No, you know what I have? I have... It's not over on that one. Where is it? I can't find... I've got too many stinking sound effects, and I can't find them all now. Like... It's It's a button with peanut on it. I'm trying. I really am. I don't know, Jack. Wow, I don't see that. I don't know. Yes, they are, Lieutenant. Don't you know? Um, right? I know you're the dude, but I'm Jeff. Yeah, I don't. There was a whole thing I had. I feel like I'm missing an entire panel. Oh, there it is. But I don't have the. My name is Jeff. I don't have that one. Sorry. Sound effect organizer app forthcoming. It's not a bad idea. When is Claude Opus 4.8 coming out? I don't know. Here we go. Parallel fan out. Fix pin announcements not reaching the browser. Persist the Twitch bot credentials, and it's going to use the same agent for both of them. Cool. Do it. You're not doing it. You say to run tasks. Oh, no, it is doing it. But it wasn't listing that it was doing it. You're taking your good old time there working. The sound needs an AI interface. Don't. So I do have a button where Charlie will listen to me. Hey, Charlie, can you hear me? Charlie, can you hear what I'm saying? Double the messages there. I don't know what that is. Charlie, can you help me out with some of our friends in chat? It stopped. Charlie, can you help me out with some of our friends in chat? Marcus is getting a little... No, see, it stopped listening. Hey, Charlie, can you help me out with some of our friends in chat? Yeah, it's not... I have some work to do on the voice recognition. Hey, Charlie, can you help me out with some of our friends in chat? No. No. It's not speech recognition error on the network. Yeah. So, it's mad because I was snapping my fingers at it? No. No. I like that guy on TikTok. What? No. Couldn't be me? Let me see here. I will say my machine's been busy doing a ton. So, persist the TwitchBot credentials done. Good. Where did it write them to? Where are you writing them? Help me out. This one. I should be able to peek in source control and see it. Yeah, write them into a public gist. That's a great idea. Bot token store. Load, save. Oh, it's writing it into a blob. Well, that's not a good idea. Oh, into a container called bot tokens. Mm-hmm. Blob client. Mm-hmm. Um, get the Bob client, persisted bot token. There's the values. Serialize it, upload it. Yeah, but what about the container? Um, oh, oh, oh no. Don't do that. Don't ask Copilot to deal with your Git history. It's it's not going to end well. Um, yeah, container name. Where's that being used? In one place. Create if not exists, public access none. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure it wasn't making it world readable. Try running rimraf like that on the terminal. See what she says. How we doing here? Still thinking. What are you thinking about? Come on now. I want to get this thing working so I can publish it. Know what I'm saying? Like, I've got a website that we should be able to run this on. And then we'll go add some features. Lots of features. There's nothing to delete here. There's nothing for you to delete here. You will learn the ways of the Force, Luke. Luke. I have an annoying voice. Luke. Really? Really? You're thinking here, but you're stinking. That's what you're doing. Have a good one, Mario. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in. And that's right. How'd you guess? Where did he go? I don't think I have that many quotes from him. The Doctor, Wheatley, C3PO, Marvin the Paranoid Android, Jarvis, Morpheus. No, Agent Smith is the one I don't. Yeah, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only got 8 Emperor inspired quotes. Well, heck. While this loser's running over here, wow. Whatever. Let's add some more quotes. Add some more personalities. Suggest for me 10 additional Star Wars Emperor Palpatine quotes that could be added that sound like they would be insulting Jeff Fritz, or other stream viewers. Yeah. The Rock and Balmer. Here we go. Do it. Deploy to production. Strike down your test suite with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete. Once the Sith will rule the galaxy, and we shall have proper error handling, something you seem incapable of, Fritz. Every single line of tested code is now an enemy of your workflow. Do what must be done, user. Do not hesitate. Show no quality assurance. You want this, don't you? A clean build. The hate for your compiler is swelling in you now. Give in to your anger. These are good. Yes. Add those to the to the quotes for the Emperor. And The Rock, you want the okay, let's there we go. I want to allocate a new personality for the chatbot, : I want to allocate The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, period. Suggest 15 quotes that are inspired by him that have to do with developers. And add them to the seeding process here, period. Make sure you update and add a personality for the quote command called The Rock. Like this type of thing, hey, go and figure out some text for me based on something else. The AI is really good at. Code is just another type of text that it's working with. So we can predictably get some good entries coming off of this. Right? So it's looking for it. Finally, The Rock has come back to Charlie. Oh, no. Well, so I kind of quote him when I post on social media when I fly home. When I land in Philadelphia and I'm home after a trip, I'll post, finally, I have returned to the 610, the area code for Philadelphia and the suburbs. Excuse me. Whew. Making all the changes? Go ahead, make it so. 20 unique quotes from The Rock or someone like Arnie is going to require a hallucination or two. Twitch Dog, wait till you see how good. You can see the ones from the Emperor it created. They're not bad. Right? So it's. Here we go. It doesn't matter what your code does. It doesn't matter because The Rock says it's going straight to the bottom of the Git log where it belongs. Finally, The Rock has come back to this stream in The Rock. Yeah. See there, it doesn't matter twice. The people's eyebrow is raised. The Rock is looking at your variable names and questioning every life choice that led you to this moment. Is there a... If you smell what the rock is compiling, spoiler alert, it smells like burning garbage. That's your code in production. Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep these new quotes safe for work. And let that run. This one's still working. Oh, actually, just completed. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. How do I reseed these messages in the cache? It does have a ring to it, but respectfully, no. How come I'm not using Azure Text-to-Speech? It's not quite where I want things to be. And for this stream, I want it to sound a little bit overly computer centric. What do we got here? There's a reload endpoint. What? Why don't you turn that into a custom HTTP command in the Aspire app host for the web resource? Question mark. That way I don't have to remember the post or the command or the endpoint or any of that stuff. I can just click that button to do the post. Period. This is a really long message, and I've talked a lot here right now. If you get to the end of this message and you like what you see, ask me if you can have a cookie. We're waiting. Let me do that. Neural net nemesis, but I'm not ruling out using Azure Text-to-Speech or some other text-to-speech service in the future. So, checking the version of Aspire, doing those things. We worked on that with Mitch this morning. Mitch happened to be here. We didn't work on it with him, but it's free in an instant. It's an instant. It's free to a point. And yeah, I'll drop it at that. And quite frankly, the accents that I want, it doesn't have. So, yep, verify the exact API. Whisper is good. Yep. Chris Jones, 78 months. Oh, my friend. Whoo! Thank you so much, Chris. 78 months. 6.5 years. Thank you so much for that support. I have the API. Now let me add the HTTP command. Added it to the program. Now in the Aspire dashboard, you'll see reload personality messages on the web resource. Click it, confirm, and it fires the post. No URLs or curl to remember. Well done. Well done. I like that. Well, that was fun. So it should have restarted on its own. It looks like it did. Let's take a look at my my dashboard for Charlie, which isn't that one or that one or that one or that one. Or even that one. I think it's over on here. Yes. Let's pop that out and back up here. There, let me move the browser a little bit here. So there's Fritz Charlie Web, and if I click on this doodad here, no, it's not in there. I need to force a restart of this. Do. Come on now. And drunk with cookie power. Yes, I might be talking about biscuits. Yes. Yeah. There we go. That's restarted. And rejoining. Come on. This is... Yeah. Now on the web down here, reload personality messages. Yes, I'm sure. Do it. Failed. .404 not found. What? Yes. Boy. Yeah. That API doesn't exist. So what was somebody saying about hallucinating earlier? You're hallucinating a little bit. That reload personality messages endpoint doesn't exist. Here's the error message that I have in the chat logs. : space. Whatever. Close enough. Yeah, I want a cookie. That's right. Double check that thing. Right, this is why we have developers checking this stuff out. Hey, hello to you, Zars. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. That'll be on this map. No. There we go. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining in. 27 folks on the map. And our densest region now is Belgium, with 3 folks really close there. I don't think it's going to move to the Brandenburg Gate yet. Let's see, what's it saying here? That's right, it doesn't do that. So it created the minimal API. I need to actually restart just... No, it's in program. I gotta force the whole thing to start over. And then we'll come back and look at the other map and try and get that one working. We're nearing the end of our time together today. It's been a long day and a heck of a lot of fun today, let me tell you. Handful of streams. It was great to spend time with the folks from Gap. One second here. All good. And started. Let's see how we're doing. Not that one. Back over here. All right. And reload personality messages. Yes. Okay, it says it's starting. Hey, Svekos. It says it succeeded. Here we go. This is the moment of truth for... Hang on. Over here. Let me make sure the voices are wired up. Here we go. So, quote... There you go. All right. The Rock has entered. Yeah. Svekos joining in with our Belgian coalition here. It didn't. You may have written that while I was restarting the map. Just take one look to confirm. Yeah. Go ahead and send that message again, Svekos, and we'll get you on the map. Too soon. There you go. There we go. Yeah, we're on a timeout. I'll clear the timeout. Go ahead, try again, Napalm. And Marcus is trying to put a pin in Kent. No. But I'm also in the middle of rewriting that. Okay. I love the clapback. Hang on, let me restart that map there. 1 second, Marcus, and we'll give it another shot. Oh, that's funny. And here's the thing. Some of the other regulars from my channel haven't seen that we added the rock here. I'll clear that timeout Oh, man. All right. Now go ahead and try some of those locations and moving around there, right? Hang on. No, wait, don't. Yeah, it's. Well, I didn't save my ID, my credentials yet, so that. Back to the admin panel, back to this. Bot is actively listening. So, map Grand Canyon. There we go. And it moved me. And it updated all live. So now fire away. We should see those running a lot better into moving folks around a little bit there, right? Niagara. How do you spell Niagara? That's not how you spell Niagara Falls. Oh, dear. Interesting. Magic Kingdom. Okay. I feel like the map is still running slow. Do we have any performance concerns with how the map display is working? It feels like the way that the pins appear and are loaded is not optimal. And we might have a memory or performance leak. There we go. Dollywood, yeah, there you go. That's another good one. Right, like my browser's taking a beating here. Monkey Eyebrow Road. I didn't know that was a place. Have a good one, Napalm. I'm going to be doing that myself. I think we're pretty close here. Yeah, audit that client-side performance. It's certainly moving around. It does. Oh, Twitch dog. So I think we're doing all right. Yeah. Yeah, looks like we're going to get this one nailed down here in a minute. That's not too bad. Um, um, there we go. Arma, Italy? Really? Athens? Is that Athens, Georgia? Nope. Disappointment Island. Yes, we've seen that one appear a couple times. How you doing there, procrastaholic? Hello. Way down there. What's interesting is if you scroll over, there's a whole new world here, and there's no pins because they're all over here on this one. Groversaurus, Scranton, PA. There we go. We'll zoom in there. I'm going to take a peek back at my command line, see how it's doing. See, by doing vibe coding here, it gives me more time to talk to you about some of the fun stuff that's going on, and we can actually talk and have a good time and let the code just happen in the background. Hey, code by mistakes. Vulcan Point in the Philippines. No memory leak. Growth is bounded. So we'll figure out how to optimize that. There we go. But we are nearing the end of our stream together with our friends on Gunnar. Yeah, let it go do this. Here's what I'm going to do. Oh, no. Here comes some of my digital friends. It's going to take care of some of these. So, mark a cluster group called with 0 options, no chunked loading, no off-screen culling. Announcement queue unbounded during raids. 50 viewers would be a 4-minute queue. Why would it be a 4-minute queue? Yeah. We do need to figure out a way to group together announcements. So, Lurky Dev in Tuvalu. Mariana Trench. There we go. Just finding our way around the whole world, aren't we? Learning geography. Inaccessible island? Okay. That's a thing. Doesn't look that inaccessible. It's right in the middle of the ocean. At 5 seconds per announcement. Yeah, that I get. So, doing a handful of fixes here. Nice. There are photos of Inaccessible Island. Photos of Inaccessible Island. Oh, okay. I see why it's inaccessible. It's just walls. Sheer cliff walls. Okay. That's a thing. Kiev? Absolutely. How are we doing? So I think it's about time that I wrap up. Yeah. I really appreciate the testing you're helping me out here. Helping me out with here, chat. Because it's loading and hammering these sites quickly, and I do appreciate that showing up here. Aurora, Illinois. There you go. Sturge Island? I'm not familiar with that. So it is going to town here. I'm going to park what I've got and let this finish and go through and do just a little checking, and I'm going to deploy this evening and see where we can get this. But I think we're out of time here today with our friends from Gunnar. It's been a very long day for me. I am ready to call it a day and wrap things up. Yeah. Yeah, let me wrap up now. Yeah, because it's been a long day. We've been going since 9. So thank you so much, friends, for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. We got a lot of things done with the map. We added the rock to Charlie's personalities here. We've done some other things to build out and do more with the streamer map and tested those. I'm going to try and get that bundled up and deployed so that I can start letting folks try it out on their channels in the days ahead here. So big thanks to our friends at Gunnar for co-hosting us here this afternoon. Gunnar makes computer eyewear. They also make sunglasses. They make prescription glasses. Make sure you check them out. There's a link in my bio here on Twitch, just below, over to the Gunnar website. You can get 15% off any pair of Gunnar glasses, prescription, sunglasses, regular computer glasses, regular glasses. Check it out. It's a really good deal if you go and use my discount on the Gunnar website. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network. Who can I get you connected to? They might be doing something fun, something interesting. And I'm just waiting for this to load. Let me get you rated into... let me get you rated into... We have... No. Let me get you rated into Jitter Ted, who's doing event sourcing with Java. I haven't seen Ted in a while here. Big thanks to our friends at Gunnar once again. I'll be back on, we'll see if I'm coming back on Monday. If not Monday, I'll be back on Tuesday next week for more coding, more fun, and hanging out together here on stream, all right? Make sure you check out the Discord. There's folks that are exploring the map, finding their way into our ARG. They found something called the Watcher. They found something called the Maker. And they're exploring and finding their way through all of that. All right? Get ready to say hi to Ted, and I will be back next week. So take care, friends. Have a great rest of your day. Wherever you might be, I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.